to talk about Bill Maher today because he recently spilled the beans on the meeting between him and Uncle Trump. And, I want to show you guys these clips mainly because it really disproves this whole narrative that mainstream media and Democrats have really been trying to run with as it pertains to Uncle Trump. It completely flies in the face of the narrative that they're trying to push. So I've got a few clips from Bill's show that I want to show you guys. So with that being said, let's dive in.
As you know, 12 days ago, I had dinner with President Trump, a dinner that was set up by my friend Kid Rock, because we share a belief that there's got to be something better than hurling insults from 3,000 miles away. And let me first say that to all the people who treated this like it was some kind of summit meeting, you're ridiculous. Like I was going to sign a treaty or something. I have no power. I'm a fucking comedian, and he's the most powerful leader in the world. I'm not the leader of anything, except maybe a contingent of centrist-minded people who think there's got to be a better way of running this country than hating each other every minute. So, thank you. Okay, so meet up in person. Maybe it'll be different. Spoiler alert, it was. First good sign, before I left for the Capitol, I had my staff collect and print out this list of almost 60 different insulting epithets that the president has said about me. Things like stupid, dummy, lowlife dummy, sleazebag, sick, sad, stone cold crazy. Really a dumb guy, fired like a dog, his show is dead. There's 60. I brought this to the White House because I wanted him to sign it, which he did. Which he did with good humor. And I know as I say that, millions of liberal sphincters just tightened. Oh my God, Bill, are you going to say something nice about him? What I'm going to do is report exactly what happened. You decide what you think about it. And if that's not enough pure Trump hate for you, I don't give a fuck.
I like that, and now you guys are seeing a little bit as to why I wanted to go over these clips, because what you just heard right there, hey, I'm just going to tell it how it is. That's the way our news should actually be. I'm just going to report to you how it is. Forget about my opinions or any Trump hate. I'm just going to tell it to you like it is, and whatever you decide to do with it from there, that's on you. That should be our news, but unfortunately it isn't, and it's absolutely shameful. Our news is just glorified YouTube channels at this point, but let's continue. Check it out.
And he gave me a bunch of hats, but he didn't ask me to take a picture in one, which I appreciated. The guy I met is not the person who the night before the dinner shit-tweeted a bunch of nasty crap about how he thought this dinner was a bad idea and what a deranged asshole I was. I read it and thought, oh, what a lovely way to welcome someone to your house. But when I got there, that guy wasn't living there. Now, does Trump want respect? Of course, who doesn't? My friend said to me, what are you going to wear to the White House? I said, I don't know, but I'm not going to dress like Zelensky, I'll tell you that. But, okay. Just for starters, he laughs. I'd never seen him laugh in public, but he does, including at himself. And it's not fake. Believe me, as a comedian of 40 years, I know a fake laugh when I hear it. And I thank you for them.
And I thank you for them. One of the times that I saw Trump genuinely smile and laugh was when John Bones Jones handed him his championship belt. That's when I saw Uncle Trump have the biggest smile on his face. I remember that moment. That's one of the moments where he was just glowing almost, such a great moment. If you guys remember that. Such an amazing moment. But as a matter of fact, yeah, John Bones Jones did the Trump dance in the middle of the ring and pointed at him, and then came over and handed him his title belt. But yeah, man, Trump is a serious guy, right? And he's not somebody that pulls any punches. He's gonna tell you how he feels. He's not gonna be disrespectful to you unless you're disrespectful to him. Then he's gonna throw something back at you. But as far as the tweet goes, he was just being honest. I don't think this is a great idea. This guy's bashed me his entire career. He obviously doesn't like me, obviously didn't vote for me. I doubt this is going to change anything, so I'm not a big fan of the idea. But since you're here, how you doing? I'm not gonna be disrespectful to your face unless you're disrespectful to me. Then, hey, now the guy who was tweeting is the guy you gonna meet face to face. I don't see what's wrong with that. Like, what was he supposed to do? Just call you a bunch of names once you walk into the White House? Like, no, that's crazy, you know? But yeah, here's another clip as well where he was talking about how he felt even more comfortable with Trump than he would have with Obama. Check that one out.
I never felt I had to walk on eggshells around him. And honestly, I voted for Clinton and Obama, but I would never feel comfortable talking to them the way I was able to talk with Donald Trump. That's just how it went down. Make of it what you will. Me, I feel it's emblematic of why the Democrats are so unpopular these days. He was even okay when I checked him on the orangutan lawsuit. He was. I know. He said to Dana White, you know, Bill said my father was an orangutan, and I really love my father. And I said, well, Mr. President, I did that because I didn't like what you were doing regarding Obama's birth origins. I thought that was low. Again, no anger, just a little smile, as if to say, yeah, I get it.
Even though mainstream media tries to paint it as if Trump is this horrible, terrible, mean, and super nasty person, he's always going crazy, doing this and that and everything else, and it's not the truth. Trump is, the way that I see Uncle Trump is the person that a lot of people are behind closed doors. Trump just doesn't change in front of the cameras. The things that Trump says, there's a lot of people who say the same thing behind closed doors. And it really annoys me when some people try to act holier than thou, like they're some kind of saint. Oh my goodness, how dare Trump say that? They're eating cats and dogs. Really? Do y'all get annoyed with that too? Y'all, let me know. I hate when people be acting holier than thou. And it's like, bro, I just watched you crack open a 40 and just... Didn't I just see you party in the club the other night, drinking and smoking and doing all types of ungodly stuff? Like, come on now, stop it. Stop it with the nonsense. You know, it's just like, come on, bro.
The most surreal part of the whole night was when I got home. I flew back right after the dinner, and I'm in bed watching 60 Minutes from the night before. And there's Trump in one of their stories, standing at a podium in a room that looked to me like one of the rooms and places we'd just been in. And he's ranting, disgusting, you're a terrible person. And I'm like, who's that guy? What happened to Glinda the Good Witch? And why can't we get the guy I met to be the public guy? And I'm not saying it's our responsibility to do that. It's not. I'm just reporting exactly what I saw over 2.5 hours. I went into the mine, and that's what's down there. A crazy person doesn't live in the White House. A person who plays a crazy person on TV a lot lives there, which I know is fucked up. It's just not as fucked up as I thought it was.
He plays a crazy person. I disagree. I just think Trump is just an honest guy, right? He doesn't pull punches like most people would. He doesn't put on this front in front of the camera just because the cameras are on. He's not going to kiss your behind just because that might be the polite thing to do in the moment or whatever. You know, like, he just tells it like it is. Like, honestly, I think that's refreshing. That is super, especially when we have Democrat politicians who are the fakest people you could ever meet, you could ever see. Like, and this is one of the reasons why I'm like, yeah, nah, I can't be a politician. I can't walk and talk with these people knowing that it's a front, it's fake, it's a facade. I can't sit there and just like kiki and ha with you. Like, I'm gonna call you I'm gonna call you an effing idiot. Stop it with the nonsense. Like, I'm just gonna straight up call you out. Like, stop it with the charades and the theatricals, because like, bro, we were just having a conversation. Like, bro, I would be exposing a lot. They would hate me. They would get me up out of there real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Like, bro, we were just having a friendly conversation talking about friends and family and everything else, kikiing and ha-ha, and now you get in front of a camera and you bashing Republicans, all the far right extremists, MAGA Republicans, blah blah blah. Like, come on now, stop it with the BS. This is theatrics. It's all fake. Yeah, they don't want me. They don't want me. Nor do I want to be there. I genuinely don't even. I wouldn't even want to be there. Just too much fake and just BS. There's even some Republicans that are like that, right? John Cornyn, I consider him a fraud too, personally. That's just my humble opinion on it. But yeah, anyway, I thought these were some dope clips, and I'm happy that Bill actually went and met with Uncle Trump to at least begin to disprove the narrative on the left, right? We all know this. We all know who Uncle Trump is. We could all see, bro, he's not a bad guy. He just says what a lot of people say behind closed doors. He says it in front of the camera. Well, what's the difference? What's the difference? You know, we know that this narrative that they paint about Trump is all fake. It's all, it's all BS. It's all crap. Trump's going to be a dictator, blah, blah. They said that the first time. Didn't he leave the White House? Okay, stop. Like it's all BS, but they say it so much and they have mainstream media in their back pocket that for a lot of people, and I know it's crazy because we all know the BS, but for a lot of people in America, they believe it because they hear it so many times. They hear it from the politicians. They turn on their news, right? And they hear it on the news. It's supposed to be the news, but it's not really the news anymore. But that's, anyway. So they're just hearing this stuff repeated over and over again. And matter of fact, I might drop a short where they're Democrats, they always do that thing where they repeat the same lines. Threat to democracy, threat to democracy, threat to democracy, existential threat, existential threat, existential threat, chaos, 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 chaos. Like they all say this. That's intentional. That's so it sticks in people's brains. Listen, I may dislike the Democrat Party, but the people pulling the strings behind the Democrat Party, they're not dumb folks. As much as I hate to admit that, they aren't dumb folks. They're pretty damn strategic in what they do. But stuff like this with Bill Maher starts to kind of break that down, right? Because Bill obviously doesn't like Trump, obviously didn't and probably still won't vote for Trump. But when he goes to sit down with him and says, hey, he's not crazy. He's not a mad, terrible, mean, and nasty guy. Like, he's actually pretty friendly. He's actually funny. I genuinely had a good time. Like, it wasn't what the television tells us it is. Like, I think stuff like that goes a long way. Goes a long way. But as always, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. And if you aren't subscribed yet, it's totally free. Hit the subscribe button, all right? Hit the bell button next to it so you're notified whenever these videos drop. Thanks for tuning in as always. Peace and love. I'm out.